Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to GLEC. I am here casting with the excellent Swagmaster. My name is Time Munster. Swagmaster, we have a lovely game here between the 4th and 5th seed now, don't we?
Yeah, we sure do. It's a mountainous matchup we have here today against Mount Union, and we also have Mount Vernon playing here today. Seems like the first map we have selected is Breeze on Mount Union Defense right here. Isn't that right, Time Munster?
Yep. I kind of brain farted because you stole my joke that I was going to say.
My bad.
I should have saved it. But it's Mount Union versus Mount Vernon North. Mount Vernon North?
Mount Vernon North.
Mount Vernon Northern. Yep, got it right. Brain farted a little bit there, but it's still good. Yep, map 1 is going to be Breeze. This has been selected, I believe, by Mount Vernon. It's going to be Mount Union. Man, there's too many mountains. It's too mountainous. You're right.
Mountainous.
It's going to be Mount Union who are going to be defending first, as you said. I believe that means it was Mount Vernon Northern's map pick. So that will be, obviously, the team who didn't get to picks the side. Mount Vernon Northern probably have some sort of strategy cooking up here on the Breeze.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Exactly right. Breeze here actually had a rework a while back. That's very interesting to see how they're going to play around these corners here because there's different structures in between the points as well. A lot of area to play with smokes especially, so I think we will be seeing a lot of smokes down in the field, whether that be through Omen or through Jet. We have yet to see what the agents are for these specific teams. So actually, let's get into that now.
It sounds like we're about to get in there any second. Just waiting for us to be able to see it. Just give us a little bit of time. We will shortly. I think going into this, I think the agents that we expect to see, no matter what, there will definitely be a Killjoy. Everybody runs Killjoy. You kind of need it. I think Raze is a very popular one as well, alongside the Phoenix. Those are two fairly popular duelists, as well as Jet.
Killjoy as well. Killjoy is very important, especially for her turret. Her turret gives a lot of utility, and in that case, you can easily throw it up and see if there's any enemies nearby as well. So that is especially important.
Just a little bit of a production thing going on right now. Just give us 1 second to figure this out.
It happens. It's the first game of the day. We're all really excited to be here. Maybe a little bit too excited. There it is.
Oh, there we go. Actually, we do. I see the game now.
We're in the game.
Yep. Sorry to our production.
Sorry.
Turns out we are both a little bit of goobers. But yeah, no, the compositions. There is no Killjoy. That's actually shocking for me, but there is 2 Vipers.
2 Ciphers.
2 Ciphers. Ciphers one. Sorry. Ciphers not one that's been super prevalent in the meta as of late, but it's been something that's kind of creeping up lately, so seeing it mirrored here, I don't think is a big surprise.
We have a Harbor as well.
Yeah.
Harbor as well. University Mount Union definitely playing it safe with the double smokes, with Viper and Jet as well. Lots of what was it called? Seeking out information. There's a specific word I was looking for that, but I totally brain farted. Sova and Cypher are very good at collecting information. That's the first characters you think of when getting information comes to mind.
Scouting.
Scouting. That's the word.
Yep, there
Scouting.
You go.
It's been a very, very early morning for Time Munster and I. We woke up at 8:30 in the morning, and then we drove all the way here.
We had to get there at 8.
That is true. So it's going to be kind of a slow morning, so bear with us as we trot along this mountainous journey. We're hiking the trail.
We're hiking, yep.
Yeah.
We're on our way up the mountain. Let's see which one we turn out to be climbing.
Talking about Mount Vernon really quick, they have the Yoru right there. The KO and the Viper, KO and Viper are going to be there taking like rounds, while Sova and Cypher are going to be scouting out for information. Yoru's going to be your duelist here. He's going to be looking for those elims, and he's going to be looking for it quick. Yeah. He's basically your deception.
Yeah. And Yoru's not a pick that we see a lot in the current meta.
Nope.
Right?
Absolutely not.
Most of the time you will see, like I said before, Jet is a very popular duelist. You'll see a lot of the Raze for the kind of havoc that she can cause. And then if you want something else, usually you want the Phoenix for those flashes, for the visual clutter that he can provide. The Yoru technically has a flash, but it's tied to a mechanic that you really have to play for misplays from the enemy team rather than your own good plays.
It also seems as if it is Mount Vernon Nazarene. Thank you to whoever said that in chat.
Oh, thank you.
We
Not
misinterpreted.
Yeah.
Usually when you see N, it's usually north.
Yeah, usually a direction.
Mount Vernon Nazarene.
I see NSEW or any of those, and I think, oh, north. That's a compass.
Yeah.
That's a compass
north
right
on
there.
the compass. It seems like we're still holding up time a little bit here.
It was just a pause for a little bit while the players get situated.
We got Cypher lineups going on from Ranster here. We got those lineups going on in the first point, especially. All right, Blackbird setting up with his Harbor.
I believe that's the Cove, if I'm not mistaken.
Cove.
Which I could be mistaken. I know I've been trying to learn the Valorant ability names recently.
I haven't seriously played since Fate, so I'm still learning. All right.
Such is life. It looks like a slow wait to see if A is going to open itself up. The spike is present there, but there's a roam towards B mid.
Harbor wall went up.
Oh. They've revealed their position, yeah.
Yep. Seems like they see Grover here. They're looking for a duel. However, he's not taking it. He's playing very cautiously. He sees the Viper inching up slowly but surely. Watson.
Just going to be taking their time. You have all the time in the world. This ult orb, it's a nice resource to get early on.
Gun duels are especially the most important thing in Valorant. This makes or breaks your economy, especially starting out in the game. This is very important. It seems like they want to set up on this site right here. I believe this is A pyramids. Seems like they want to set up for A, but they're kind of in the middle. Oh, Flames!
Wow.
Getting a pick on Ranster with the Sheriff.
Good first kill. It's going to open things up for them to waltz in here, and waltz in they do. That's another kill.
Oh, another kill for Flames. Good job.
Whew.
That's a... Ooh. That was a kill from Yoru.
Pretty one.
Holy night. Traded out here. It's a 2v2 matchup. Both teams have their Vipers. Spike is planted out on the field.
Cutting through.
They have the
Yoru
time.
setting up a teleport. Clean headshot. Triple kill for Holy Night.
And now they're just going to back up, give some space, and allow them to get a little bit of presence on this spike and punish any sticks.
The fake out right here. Unable to clutch it out. Watson. They had that spike down. They were ready to defend it with their lives. However, that fake plant wasn't enough. They were much smarter than that.
Yeah. Mother and Nazarene popping off a little bit after that round as well. They're feeling pretty confident. They get this bonus round as well.
They get the extra money. Money is everything in this game, and it looks like they're spending it all.
Yep, that is the general expectation on the second round. You win round one, you should win round two. If you don't, then that means either A, the enemy team has seriously outplayed you, or B, you have fumbled a little bit.
Right.
So Mount Vernon and Nazarene expected to get the second bonus round, or this first bonus round as the second round, and basically all they had to do was sit on their laurels and play patiently.
Yep. Money, money, money must be funny in a rich man's world. Right, looking for peeks out here. Flames dashing out of the fight. Seeing two of them, he says, nope, I'm out of here. Rotating around to B site.
Very low risk those peaks on defense, because you're expecting to lose this round either way, so you might as well try to go for cheeky plays.
Seems like we have E-Gunner here and Sova looking for A. Rotating around to the tunnel. Actually looking for a lineup, my bad.
Yeah.
We're looking for a lineup on that wall. That wall is very specific. However, they're still walking in. It looks like they want to push A site here.
Nice toxins.
Camera taken out.
It's going to give them a lot of space to walk in here. And a single well-placed snakebite can win them this plant.
They're all there. Cypher's kind of by himself, but Blackbird's rotating in with Harbor. He doesn't have any util on him, though, so that is actually a gunfight.
And they're so disadvantaged in this because they lost that previous round. They have to play this very, very well if they want to win. But a lot of util used, and they trade out even.
Nice. Good job. Grover looking to defuse, but they're all sitting there. That is very risky. Very risky. They seem to have no util on them. No util to really wall that out. They're kind of stuck.
The KO knife doesn't find much. They're going to try to push, but they get punished.
E-Gunner, double headshot. E-Gunner, triple kill. Good job. There was no way they could have fought that. They had little util on them. However, you know, if you don't have any util, you might as well just try to duke it out with guns. However, they had that Viper wall to help conceal themselves. It's really hard to tell if you don't have any vision where the enemy is exactly. You can tell approximately where they are, but as you can see, there's no possible way they could specifically know where they are unless they have util.
Yeah, and it comes down to that bonus round, right? That's one that Mount Vernon, Nazarene, rather, Nazareth, are expected to win. Now, coming into this round, Mount Union have a better chance of winning this. They have that full buy. The Vandals are all in line. They have the heavy shields. Some have light shields because it's a meta preference, not necessarily an economy decision, but they have the opportunity now to make a solid push through here, and let's see what they can do.
Seems like they're playing a little safer. Watson has his smokes off. Recharging it a little bit. He's at about 27. They're all kind of looking for angles here. However, we have Leaf all the way over on B site holding it down. Over on A site, my bad. And they're looking for a B plan here. Seems like they have a tripwire set up just in case for any flankers. But they're all specifically holding angles here.
Looks like
it's very interesting. They can hear the footsteps. They know where they're coming from.
they're thinking about maybe they want to rotate mid, maybe they want to rotate B. That's
got
the
one shot off.
Oh. Poison's Cloud, as well as the toxic screen.
Oh. Yep. You have a lot of stuff. A lot of util going on here in B site.
The plant comes through very well, and they actually got 2 kills.
Go over down. Watson trades with Econer. That is a lot of util on that. A lot to not spend.
Oh!
Clean headshot here. Left Rooney. Left Rooney will fall though.
Leave with the Phantom, wants to go for this aggressive play, and he lands the shot. It's beautiful.
Trades the shot, fakes it. He's looking for KO. He's looking for Chaka Chaka.
He actually managed to break the knife and get the kill.
Clean Watson. He's going to have to try to defuse, however, he knows
stick.
he's there. Will he defuse?
That should be a defuse, I think.
That should be
it's
a
very
defuse.
close.
And unlucky. Off by a couple seconds, however.
Yeah.
Off by a couple seconds, they would have had that. We were very close there.
I have to give Mount Vernon Nazarene. I keep doing that. Some credit there. They played very, very well, spending their lives at exactly the right times to where if they lose the round, it's because they go in too early. They play to where they send their bodies in only when they, only when they have to in order to make the play to stop the defuse from coming through. It doesn't matter if you lose all your guns because winning that round economy-wise will be a benefit.
We saw Watson in there holding it down. If Watson had only held for like a couple more seconds, they would have gotten the defuse off. However, that sets them back in the economy by just a little bit. We see Mount Vernon right here wanting to go B site. However, Grover is over there on A site, trying to see where exactly they are.
They're kind of hard committing onto B as well because
they are all there.
Yeah, the Viper rotated in a way to where she wasn't going to be able to rotate to A very easily, and she had the spike.
Very interesting Yoru flash. Yoru ultimate going out. He's looking. He's scouting out right here, making sure he pings. Sending out the decoy. Hopefully this deters them just a bit.
Not going to fall for it,
but now they're all there. It's a team fight. Silver drone destroyed. Amuse drone going out, looking for kills. Holy Knight gets a kill on Watson, but Flames takes him out almost immediately. Double kill from Mount Union University, Egon and Ranster. They're looking for the plant right here. Ranster gets a kill, but unfortunately falls to Blackbird. Blackbird looking to get the defuse here. It's a 3v1. Will he be able to clutch it? Let's find out.
It'll be a magical clutch if he does. They're set up very good in this positioning. The knife, they know there's only one place he's going to be able to be with the knife and the sonic arrow, or the sonic dart rather. Yeah. Revealing all the other positions. Like, you know he's not main, you know he's not push up, you know he's in that corner based on how that utility used. Really nice utility usage.
Very good utility. However, Mount Union is kind of struggling here. If you look at their econ right now, their econ is actually very, very, very poor.
Yeah.
We have one of their players, I believe Watson, with 0 credits. They're going to be spending it all here. Spend it or lose it almost.
I mean, you can give one round. You don't want to give a bonus round when you don't have to, but you might be in a situation where you might have to in order to recoup some of your lost economy that you're kind of struggling through. If you give one round here, maybe you get a thrifty. Then you can come in the next round as long as you get some kills. You have 2 rounds back to back where you confirm enough economy to really get guns. But if you fight here without enough of a economical input, then you might be setting yourself up for a massive disadvantage for the rest of the game, to where you're giving away this round potentially from a slight economic disadvantage and another and another.
That is correct. We'll have to see what they do here. This is kind of interesting. They're forced to play a little thrifty here. However, if they do get an early pick, they can definitely steal the gun off of that.
I don't think they're going to go for it, though. I think they want to play for full buy.
I'd play a little back if I were that too. We got an operator on Jet here. This will be kind of interesting.
Yeah, I would have assumed they would have saved a little bit of money for Watson there. You know, please, I just want my shields. Nope, I'm getting the up. Deal with it. But I don't think they're reading this op either.
We'll have to see that aim and judge from that, but I have faith in them.
It's a
Holy Knight looking for a push onto A site. A pyramids is definitely very hard, especially if you have a Cypher who has his utility set up there, and it seems like he does. Leaf here is actually setting up pretty good. Trying to scout out and see where they're going to go. He assumes that they're going B side just because he doesn't see him yet. That's very interesting.
That's a lot of space.
But he's tabbing.
A lot of
He's
space.
tabbing. He's getting ready to rotate if needed. Decoy going out.
That's a lot of information. Now they know the operator is online. Now it's go time. Now it's do or die.
It's go time. Got that plant going on right there. They have the Viper ult going out on Mount Vernon. They're holding that down.
Barely covering that spike as well. Will they see Blackbird? They do.
Blackbird. Blackbird.
It's a trade out. The operator's just throwing in shots trying to find something. If they get this Viper, then this is probably a 1 round, but they're bleeding players.
They are bleeding players here. It's a 2v4. It's anybody's game. They still have a decent amount of utility. Sova has his ult. We see an ult from Sova.
No, they're just going to give this up a little bit. I think this is a smart call. You spent a lot of money on that op. You want to keep it for the future rounds.
Smart call.
This.
Smart call indeed. So now they have that operator. They don't actually have to spend a lot of money.
Yeah, and they can go for a moderate buy here as well. The Guardian will be a little bit of a hindrance compared to, you know, a Vandal, so will that Spectre. But you still get a decent buy considering you still kept that op, right? The operator's online, you get to play for that. You will have the Reckoning as well, same with the Neuralink. Don't remember exactly what it's called, but the Cypher ult.
Yeah. Mount Vernon dripping in bans. Up to 7,000 credits. They're saving that.
Gonna be able to pay off the mortgage with the money they're keeping by a hair. You missed that one, but not that one.
Make it up.
Yep, 50% accuracy this round.
Oh, there we go. So far, so good.
Yep.
50% won, 50% lost. Toxin's getting low on Watson, having to drop that wall. Give up a little bit of cover, but it seems like they're already starting to push.
It looks like B is what they're deciding to go for. I think it's a smart call.
They're looking for B.
Get away from the op, right?
Yeah.
Go for an easier plant on a site that the operator's not going to be on. You know your win con. This is smart.
The haircut is not worth it. Let me tell you that. Leaf, however, is already there. He's already watching very closely, seeing what's going to go on in this tunnel of doom.
This is a nice cheeky camera spot. They don't know if they're being seen because the camera could be anywhere.
Anywhere.
Oh.
Flames, however, holding the op in mid. However, it's a very quickly that they're pushing in, using Cypher to get a pick. Leaf goes down. Neural Theft going out. They know he has an op, but he still gets the pick.
That's really nice. I think that was a Reckoning that I just heard. If I'm mistaken, I'm mistaken. But the ults are being invested. 12 seconds left to plant. The time's running out.
It's looking good for Mount Union right here.
Oh!
As they will not get the plant.
Yeah, Watson actually covers Knight, so he can't do anything. It's just a Sova who saves. And now Mount Union will have the economy to actually fight back into this a little bit more. Hello, looking straight into my soul. Hi.
All right, looking very good here. All right, it's only upwards from here, Mount Union. All right, they're getting back on the board with the economy, especially Mount Vernon Nazarene forced to spend their credits. The economy is actually getting better.
Yeah.
Slowly but surely. See, we got an operator on Flames again, which is our Jet.
Just keeping it.
All right, we're keeping it. We're keeping it. He's doing good.
Yeah, he's playing very well with it, all things considered. And even if Mount Union loses, even if they do, he just got the kill. It's not likely.
Good job, Flames.
Yep. He's got so much money in his own back pocket that he can buy for Leaf, who's the lowest economy right now. So you're not too concerned on that front.
Liparuni actually has held on to his ult for quite a while. We haven't seen that solo get popped at all.
It is a hard ult to find the timing for a lot of the time. A lot of util, Snakebite, the Poison Cloud.
We got some Recon Bolt action out there with the Flash. Actually, Flash himself. We got a shot from the op right there. It looks like Holy Knight is setting down his teleporter and getting ready to push in. Actually, that's his decoy. They shoot that decoy, they get flashed, it's over.
They're down, but they still get
holding that box right there. They're all holding that box. Holy Knight sniffs out Blackbird, gets that pick. Holy Knight gets the double kill here on Watson as well. Leaf falls as well, Leperuni.
Oh, Lord.
So Flames coming in. Headshot. Unfortunately falls to Chaka. Chaka.
Just Grover now. I don't think he's got much of a chance to do anything.
Nope.
Can't wallbang that one. If you could, it would have been lovely, but...
Yeah, it seems like it's a little too thick, or maybe the angle wasn't right. Can you actually wallbang through that?
I don't think so.
No.
I thought so beforehand, but that was on his head and it didn't kill. So I don't think you... If you can, it's right at the corner.
I think you need to just swing on that. There was a little bit of a wide swing there, which gave them the advantage. I wonder how to say that name. Chachaka?
Chachaka.
I wonder how they say that. Anyways,
Or Chacha.
it seems like we got a little bit of a thrifty round going on. Mount Union forced to buy nothing but shorties. Shorties and pistols, for the most part, at least.
Shorties and sheriffs, oh my.
I wonder what they're going for here, actually.
They're playing aggressive. They're not giving any space.
Oh, Mount Vernon is actually pushing up right here. 3 of them are on A side, rotating to B through spawn. And then you have the couple right behind Grover here, who I think are trying to push through there.
He's stomping around. They definitely hear him by now. If he gets swung, he's probably going down.
Oh, he got flashed. We have 2 looking in mid top.
They know he's there, so they can just run past him, not even worry about him, and head over to B.
Ranster is far in there. He's looking around. He's like, where are you guys? Come out, wherever you are. But seems like Leaf's actually holding it down. He has the angles. He has the utility to keep his eyes on the prize. However, the Sonic Bolt goes out from Leperuni. Gets destroyed.
This is nice. This is real nice.
Blackbird actually flanks behind. They're forced to rotate. They're running out. They're like, oh my gosh, they're coming for us. They're rotating around to B side right here. However, they are struck by Blackbird, who gets the double kill. However, he falls to Holy Knight with the Vandal.
That's totally fine, though. You get 2 kills.
Ranster.
Even though they're both traded out, that's still totally fine. You're disadvantaged in the round, 13 seconds left. I don't know if a plant can come through. They have to force A, and they should know this. Ooh, that's a bad drop.
Holy Knight forced plant here and now. However, they are too far out to really do anything about that. They can't contest. Leaf falls to Ranster, who has him outgunned and outmanned.
It's not looking great for Watson. It's the last player left for Mount Union in this round. It should be the 7th round heading over to Mount Vernon Nazarene.
He's probably going to be forced to save here. They do not have a great economy. If he just holds onto that gun, he will have a better shot of winning in the next round. However, there's not really much to do here.
They did give one round.
They're holding angles on him. If he swings this, most likely he will get headshot. And it looks like he actually is saving. I would save 2, especially in this scenario. If you don't have a great economy, you can't buy a gun. And if you can't buy a gun, I don't know. I guess you lose the gunfight.
No guns, no games.
No guns, no games. However, Ranster might actually run into him here.
Oh, does Watson have the trigger? They do! What on earth? Ranster, you gotta watch out for those. Check your corners, mate.
Oh, poor guy.
Oh,
Poor guy. We saw it coming from a mile away and it came to us. Oh, that's a little humorous.
That's convenient.
Sorry, Ranster. That was a little funny.
It helps your economy just that little bit extra. And Flames is committing to another op. That's almost 10,000 credits invested just onto operators.
Jet with op in specific is actually super good because you can get those high spots. You can dash. You can fire and dash.
Oh.
Harbor wave going out. There's a big break wall right there, but they're pushing right through it. Holy Knight goes in with his ult and pings, scouts him right behind him. Is he gonna knife?
He's not.
Oh no, that's a little too risky.
Oh, he flashes
him.
Yep.
He's forced to move out. They're pushing hard on B site right here, taking different angles, looking for him, looking to swing.
I love this tempo, Grace. I love this
Leaf
tempo.
falls. Holy Knight, double kill on the field. Holy Knight, triple kill actually.
You
Seems
commit
like
for
a 1v5. I would run as fast as you can.
Yep, run
I
as
would
fast
run
as you
as
can.
fast as you can. Aw. Holy Knight with the quad kill right there. Very nicely done, especially with all those headshots.
Yeah. I mean,
wow.
I love that tempo that Mount Vernon Nazarene were playing at, Grace. The fact that they just played fast, they haven't played fast yet. So it was a total mix-up for Mount Union. They were not ready for it at all. They're going to be forced into another light buy. This is at best for them going to be a 9-3 round, which might be a positive given the curse, but I think all things considered, you're expecting this to be a 10-2 round at the very... No, it's going to be a 10-2 round at the very best at this rate.
And the economy for Mount Vernon is still flourishing while UMU is suffering. Mount Union is suffering in the currency. But it seems like they want to actually push A here. However, Ranster is pushing up with Holy Knight in mid. There's two of their duelists as well. Holy Knight is not able to get that pick, and Blackbird suffers for that trade.
It's still a nice trade, though. Again, you're down the economy, so anything you can get, you will get.
They're down their duelist on Mount Vernon's side. Mount Vernon does not have a duelist anymore. They don't have anyone to really go aggressive, so they have to play a little bit safer, especially with Cypher ult, especially with Sova ult. Which, again, I have not seen a Sova ult.
Watson invests all of their utility early. The Poison Cloud, the Snake Bite, and the Toxic Screen. That is a big investment just for seeing somebody for 1 second.
Watson is sniffed out by Laptaruni. Forced to really take these jungles here. However, it seems like they want to rotate B side. So they are going to rotate B side, leaving Watson a little bit confused. They're all a little bit confused.
I mean, it looks like they're just going to rotate mid and see what they can find.
They have the opportunity to use the Cypher ult and then we'll use it. So now they see they're trying to rotate. Seems like they still want to go B side even with that rotate going on. Shock dart going out. 2 darts going out.
There's a Viper's Pit online for Mount Union, so they have the opportunity to push back into this with that.
They're going to need to push. There's 7 seconds left on the field, and E-Gunner is planting. There's that Sova ult. All right, there's 3 of them there. They're all looking at the same time. Oh, Ranster. Quad kill on Ranster. Unfortunately, attackers will win. Mount Vernon Nazarene.
He almost gets his penta, Grace. He's real close to getting it there.
I would love to see that pentakill. However, it's not possible. It's not possible if you're dead.
I like the way... I think Mount Vernon Nazarene are playing super duper well, but I also think Mount Union are struggling a little bit to find their footing here. They're going for their 3rd op and a half.
Time Monster, look at that Mount Union economy right now. Look at that Mount Union economy. They barely have enough to buy a Vandal.
They're good. Or not they're good, but Mount Vernon Nazarene is good. They have people at max credits now.
Suppression on Kaio going in immediately on Mount Vernon. They want to push in with the decoy. They're pushing in with the decoy. Holy Knight looking for those whiffs. They know Flames has that Vandal or operator, my bad. They know he has that operator. They're gonna be forced to play a little bit tentatively, and they're looking to rotate A side, especially here. Where all their util is on the B side, they're forced to rotate the other side. That util is now rendered useless.
Blackbird.
They're sitting mid. They're sitting mid, they're looking, they're waiting. Holy Knight is actually right next to Blackbird. I wonder what he's going to do here. They're basically looking right at each other.
If you can get behind them without any of them seeing, it'll be glorious.
I would take the tunnel all the way through to the spawn. That's probably what I would do. However, it looks like Blackbird gets the pick. He's going to be forced to deal with Ranster here. However, on the A side, on the other hand, Watson uses his utility, gets that pick on the Peruni. They do not have a Sova anymore. All they have is a Cypher and a KO. Cypher and KO do have a lot of utility here to get information. However, I believe it was already set up. Nope, it's getting replaced.
Most notably, they already used Cyber Cage.
Flames
That's Flames
gets taken down.
That's the operator now.
Yeah, the operator. He does not see any on B site, so he's assuming that they're A site. Looking to plant B site. Goes down. All right. Now it's time to play the angle game.
This is really dangerous.
Ranster is looking to get revenge from that one time he died to Watson. Now he catches them offside. Who's the parry now? Watson.
So 1v2 now. Leaf is under a lot of pressure to hit these shots. Probably not going to win the round even if you do, but...
He has his camera set up there, but he's just not able to find it. Forced to save this round with the economy that Mount Union has right now. They're forced to save. Oh, however, he is going to run into Ranster here.
Oh, the 360! Was that a 360?
Yikes. I don't know actually if that was a 360. We need a replay on that.
Oh my lord. That's just disrespectful, man.
Production, give me a replay on that.
Hit me up with that replay.
Ranster says, fool me once, shame on me.
Oh, it's a replay.
Twice. Oh, thank you for the replay.
The 360.
Good job.
That was a 360. Thank you, production. I thought you were joking.
So that was good. Ranster said, not again. Not again. He got revenge on Watson. He took out their Cypher as well. Now we're looking at Holy Knight. Mount Vernon. Walks through the tripwire. Leaf is looking. Oh, he's right in the middle of the storm.
Yeah.
Actually gets out.
Mount Union forcing
Flames
B here.
gets a pick through the Viper. The Viper wall right there. That is impressive.
The Viper's Pit was invested on A. This is the last round and a half, so it makes sense. But now he's got to come back in, and this is the Viper Pit. This time for the attackers.
Jump in the pit. Gunner gets down. No more ult for Mount Union from Vernon.
Yeah, they actually got the Viper, so both Viper Pits are no longer in effect.
Gover gets a pick on Shakaka. Watson falls. The Peruni. Holy Knight double kill. Turns into a triple kill. Good job.
Mount Vernon and Nazarene look impeccable right now. They're playing super well. They're coordinating super well. Mount Union don't really have the coordination. It feels like they're a little bit flustered right now. I think they might need to take a break. They might need to take another pause if they have another one to take. 2 rounds away from the win is Mount Vernon and Nazarene. If I'm Mount Union, I'm just hoping, I'm just praying that this composition can do the Lord's work on offense.
If Mount Vernon has showed us one thing, it's that they know how to push and they know how to be decisive. Those are 2 very important things, especially when you're playing on attacking right here. University Mount Union does not have... this is actually the gun round. This seems like they have 3 ghosts.
It's pistol. It's the first round of the next half. Yep.
Yes, I know how to
You got it.
Yeah. I'm wigged out. However, it's time for Mount Union to prove themselves. Will they be able to push just as hard as Mount Vernon, or will they crumble under the pressure? E-Gunner's here, looking for a pick on pyramids. Unable to find one. There's too many of them there. It's a very risky move, especially with a ghost.
I mean, Mount Vernon and Nazarene, they just won 11 rounds in one half. Why can't we? That's the mindset that you got to play with at this point, right? Like, if you play with any other mindset, you're going to lose. You have to play with the mindset of, they did it, we'll do it better.
That is correct. That is very much correct.
It's a suffocating
Seems
economy.
Here. Watson not able to keep his toxins up for very much longer. Now they're unable to push. Actually avoids the
Nice
KO.
dodge. Really nice dodge.
Chakaka unable to get that pick off Watson. Sova drone going in from Lipoonies. It's not Lipoonies.
Wall's zoning them out right now, but they have gotten onto the point. There goes the first
Peruni
kill.
goes down on... Oh. Good job. It's a battle of the guns now. Flames very low. Leperuni falls to Blackbird. They looked at each other, lovingly in the eyes. Holy Knight takes out Blackbird. Takes out Leaf as well. Watson kills E-Gunner. Watson kills Ranster, but Watson gets killed by Chakaka in the end. It is a
9 HP in a dream.
9 HP in a dream. Unable to fill it out though.
That dream seems to be a nightmare though.
Unlucky. Very unlucky. Very unlucky.
Goodbye, idiot.
All right. Final round. It's time to play. Mount Union has 1 round and a dream.
You have 11 rounds to win in a row. This is where it
Yes.
starts. And it's especially bad because this is the bonus round. This is the one that Mount Vernon is more likely than any other to win just for free, just automatically. That's what makes this so much harder.
It's going to be interesting to see right here because Holy Knight actually has a Marshal on him. I believe that's what the gun's called, the Marshal. It's like the Operator, but smaller.
The operator, but it doesn't one-shot body shot.
Darn.
Darn.
But Mount Vernon actually has the gun economy here. Chakka setting out his bomb. Cage is triggered. Oh, Ranster! Look at you go. Ranster, triple kill, falls. And it is a win for Mount Vernon Nazarene.
Quick cleanup. Very well played. Very well played from
That was
Mount Vernon.
very clear. Can we get a replay on Ranster right there? That play was magnificent.
Thank you.
Get
Sorry,
that.
production, but
Sorry.
pretty please.
Got that triple kill on Ranster. There we go. Ranster. Very clean double headshot there. Ranster, triple kill, unfortunately falls, but it was just a win for Mount Vernon Nazarene.
Really, I think the coordination from Mount Vernon right now is super, super clean. They're playing well together. They are communicating together very well. Their utilities are just being placed very well. And obviously, they're hitting their shots, which is obviously the most important things. If you can put the crosshair on the head of the bad guy, you will probably win.
Yeah.
So that's what's most important. And I think University of Mount Union need to step it up a little bit, need to calm down, take a breath. We're at this LAN. We can do this. We are not here. We are not the... like 1 seat away from these guys because we're a million miles away. We should be able to compete with these guys. We should be close to these guys. We can do this. That's the mindset they have to have.
That is definitely correct. Mount Vernon actually right here, Mount Vernon Nazarene, very good at pushing in and being committed to doing certain things. They saw the weaknesses in Mount Union and they pushed through and they said, nope. That is my point, and I want it. That's the mindset you have to have, especially when playing Valorant. You have to say, I want this, and you want to be able to push through. And Mount Vernon did that every single time. Every single time. And also, peeking through spawn during the end of a round definitely was very interesting to see. Ranster definitely proved himself there, especially with that double kill. When the round ended as well. Mount Vernon definitely stays on their toes, and they definitely won this round.
Yeah.
All right. What's the next map, Time Monster?
The next map, after a short break, it's going to be Ascent with Mount Vernon Northern. Or Nazarene, rather, not Northern. Apologies to Mount Vernon. I caught myself.
Yeah.
I almost said Nazareth, too. But it's going to be Mount Vernon, Nazarene. On defense, this is Mount Union's map pick. There's too many mounts. Mount Vernon, Mount Union, pick the map. Mount Vernon, Nazarene have defense. So after this short break, we will be coming back to you with Mount Union's map pick.
Stay tuned.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to GLEC. I hope you enjoyed your break. I hope you got some snacks because this game is only getting started between Mount Vernon, Nazarene, and Mount Union. I'm starting to hate the word Mount all of a sudden.
Good job on that. Yes.
It was a struggle.
So we got a matchup going on. Mount Vernon Nazarene. Mount Vernon Nazarene. Going up against University of Mount Union. Mount Vernon brought all the smoke, all the heat. First match going 13-1 against University of Mount Union.
Yeah.
We have the hero picks going on right now, or champion picks, as they call it. Agent picks. Agent picks going on right now. So it seems like we have, for University of Mount Union, they're going a little bit more smoky. And by that, I mean they're going double smokes. Jet with the smokes, Omen with the smokes. And we also have Reyna, Killjoy, and Sky. Sky for heals, especially, will be super duper useful in the very aggressive Mount Vernon Nazarene.
To be frank, I think I'm more so looking at the fact that there's double duelists than double smokes. The Jet smokes are more so selfish rather than something like an Omen smoke, which can be used to quantifiably shut down a sightline for some time. But the Reyna is a very interesting pick. Reyna is not something you often see. If you do see it, it's on something more like the Split, for example. Split is actually really good for Reyna, but Ascent is not one I think I've seen much Reyna on. The sightlines are very long, so it's hard to get Lear to get some good value. But if you can get some Devour and Dismisses off, if you can build up the Empress, then she does get a lot of value. So I can see where they're coming from with the Reyna pick. I just think it's a little bit harder to make work.
Right. We have a lot of utility as well. By a lot of utility, I mean on Mount Vernon University, Mount Vernon Nazarene. It's my turn to keep messing up.
Yep.
Mount Vernon Nazarene, Kaio,
It's
and
only
Sova,
fair.
and Killjoy.
Kaio.
KO?
It's KO.
Okay, sorry.
Because it's
My
like
bad.
knockout, KO.
I get it.
All his ability names are pun. His ult is Null Command, which I think is funny. Flash Drive, the Flashbang.
Yes. I think I got it the first time, Time Monster.
There.
Flash. Bang.
I have this back.
University of Mount Union is on the attack here. It seems like they pass it off to Flames, the Reyna.
Duelist, not normally the pick to keep hold of the spike, but I can see it. I keep saying I can see it, but I can see it.
Grover looking for the flash right here. University of Mount Union. They're looking for it.
An early
Seems like
flash.
they do not hit it.
You get information though. You get a lot of information for not hitting that flash. You know where they're not looking.
Watson is in on the Jet this round.
Hell secured. And now they have to push in from a lot of awkward angles. 3 Heaven, 2 main.
Leaf is very low here. Will actually die to Ramster. Chakaka. Hit on the Grover. Holy Knight with the headshot. But Watson with the triple headshot. Unable to clutch it out. Mount Vernon Nazarene going to defuse the spike right now. Holy Knight. Holy Knight and Watson really in there to shove their guns in your faces. That's what Jets are supposed to do after all, isn't that right?
Yeah, a solid round for Mount Union, all things considered. They're playing a little bit better so far. It's only one round, it's only pistols, so it's too early to necessarily tell, but I like the way they're playing a little bit more. They get the coordination. A nice triple kill does give them a little bit of space from Watson. Granted, they still do lose the round, but they can put up a little bit more of a fighting chance. Watson can comfortably afford the Sheriff and stay above 2,000 credits, a pretty key break point, so that then you can still afford a full buy.
Oh, Mount Vernon Nazarene just saying, look at all this money.
Yeah.
Buying a Marshall here, staying safe with the Bulldogs.
Oh, don't.
Oh, Holy Knight.
careful.
Holy Knight. Oh, Watson. Watson giving him a little bit of a tease, like, hey, how's it going, buddy? Watson is rotating, actually.
Ult orbs are being acquired here. I'm not sure who got that one quite, but I think it was Mount Union. It's good. If you're going to lose these rounds, it's good to start getting these ult orbs. Dying gives you ult points, so do kills, but so do ult orbs. So getting that can start to neutralize the ultimate economy a little bit.
Mount Vernon's turret is out, but they know that Leaf is there. They know he's there. They use the sonic arrow. They also know he's there because he's shooting at it. It's a very interesting play we have going on here on University of Mount Union. Looks like they're playing the slow game, but maybe a little bit too slow, as now they're under a minute.
They're rotating back to A. The double rotate. They're leaving B, tried to draw some aggro there, and now they're over to A. Grover was set up for it, so I'm guessing that's why they're doing
Grover
it.
gets the flash on Holy Knight. Grover's looking to push, but he's kind of stuck. Holy Knight is sitting there with the Marshall, and he's holding that angle. The Peruni on point. Holy Knight gets the pick on Grover. The Peruni, double kill, but falls to Blackbird. There's no choice but to push from here. It is a 4v2 Mount Vernon Nazarene. Now it is a
That was the
0v4.
collat. That was the collat with the Marshall. That was kind of clean. I'll give you that one, Holy Knight. That was pretty clean, but that was still good to plant. You're getting that little bit of an economy boost. It's not massive, but it'll help out a little bit.
5-0 is no joke. Holy Knight's coming in there, and he is hitting his shots. Very important, especially if you have a Marshall. I know when I use the Marshall, I whiff all of my shots and then die, and then my team gets mad at me. However, Holy Knight picks up that Marshall, now has a Phantom. What is that? It's not the Spectre. Spectre, right?
Yeah, so Holy Knight
Yeah.
has a Spectre.
Yes.
They're playing for a low econ round here. I'm not quite sure why. I'm guessing they just want to give this round over, play a little bit more for your economy in the later rounds.
Yeah.
And the Phantoms are interesting. That means that they have to be playing for a little bit more close quarters, longer range. The Vandal's consistency with those one taps at longer ranges, 160 damage compared to the 149s that you constantly get with Phantoms. It's a big break point.
Flames and Grover here in mid. They're looking for angles. They're looking for rotators. Seems like they might get 1, 2 rotators.
Here.
Holy Knight is stuck in that corner now as Flames pushes in. He has no other choice but to push. The flash is over, and Holy Knight will fall to Flames, who is stuck in the corner and has nothing to do but hide.
This is why the Vandals picked so much. It's got that first shot consistency, even if the Phantoms got slightly better fire rate.
Aw.
Nice aim with the Bulldog there, Ranster. Good to pick up the evening up trade.
Killjoy is out of the fight now, unable to give any sort of utility, especially with turret. That is going to be very detrimental. Leperuni gets to pick on Blackbird. No more smokes. Leperuni and Grover here in a 1v1.
Fear's gone.
Flames gone. Grover gets the pick on Leperuni.
I got this spot.
Grover picks up the spike and has to run.
That was very
There's
risky.
no way you're winning that with 2 people there.
That was very risky to grab the spike and just run like that, but it was kind of a necessary risk. They're going in for B. They have to make this quick. 12 seconds remain.
Firebolt gives him all he needs to know. Unable to pick off Watson, however, Ranster does fall. It is now a 2v2. It's anybody's game.
And
University
the
Mount
plant's here.
Union. Plant on B here.
Good amount of healing for Watson there. It'll be topped off nicely. No more one taps in the body for him.
Oh. Chakaka gets the pick on Grover. Grover, however, takes out Connor. It is a 1v1 anybody's game. And Watson does win for attackers, University of Mount Union.
Signs of life.
Signs of life.
This is what's important.
Yeah, this is the comeback season. This is the comeback season we've been waiting for.
Holy Knight doesn't want any of it, though. Already the op. That's why they got that light fight. Already the op bitter
Was
on
that they were waiting for that save. They took the risk, being a little thrifty. They were like, okay, let's turn over this one round, and then we get to spend on the next one. That was very smart on their end. Very strategic.
The
Because now
economy-
Holy Knight has that op, and
Yeah.
he has that op, and he's ready to start swinging shots.
Mid is completely unattainable now for Mount Union. This Odin is going to be a threat to be reckoned with.
Odin strat. For those of us uncultured, you shoot through the wall. Hopefully people walk through it.
I didn't know that you could do that as a spectator. That was
You
cool.
can.
I didn't know that.
Oh, the dart? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know you could follow the dart. That's cool. I've never seen that before. I need to get my production over at CSU to step it up.
It seems like a pretty dry fight as University Mount Union actually wants to rotate over to B side. They're walking in there, they're creeping in there slowly but surely, pushing in, but Ranster is in there with the Odin. That is very, very, very scary. If you hold an Odin on that one angle and they walk in, they are as good as toast.
Can't use that.
And that door's been closed as well, so there's one entryway here. There's one door through this, and it's going to be a choke of hell.
Turret's destroyed.
Seems like University of Mount Union is starting to push in here. Blackbird does fall.
A nanoswarm kill and an Odin.
Odin. Ranster coming in with the Odin. Aw, unfortunately falls to Watson. No more Odin.
There is the knives. The knives, plenty threat. Blade Storm is a very powerful ultimate. Grover gets the read and gets the kill.
Holy Knight does fall to Grover as well. Grover uses his ult here to seek out Chakaka.
You have to go for kills here. You can't go for anything else. And unfortunately, you're
Unfortunately got a little narrow-sighted right there. Unable to really predict where his seekers were going. He saw Chakaka. Chakaka in the boathouse there. He saw it, but he was unaware of the fact that there was another E-gunner right there waiting to line him up.
It's really funny to hear you say that, by the way. Chakaka.
Chakaka.
Chakaka. But yeah, very good play there from Mount Vernon, but mostly just a little bit unfortunate at the end there. Mount Union still have those signs of life. They managed to get the operator out of business when they could, And now they should be going for a fairly light buy, and that they are.
Feeling sight.
They're taking control of mid right now. They're looking to walk in, taking some warning shots.
Just peppering it down. Getting that covering fire.
Gunner's waiting them to walk in. Alarm bot got triggered, immediately shut down. They're waiting. They're playing the long game here. E-Gunner's juggling.
They're conflicted as to where they want to go right now.
Oh,
And straight into Holy Knight's crosshairs where they end up.
that operator. That operator, man. Grover's here. He sees Leperuni. Will he push on it? He's forced not to.
Now they know the roam's coming through. The door's been shut. They know that that roam isn't just a roam. They're all committing onto A now.
Ranster's holding it down with the Odin. Leperuni gets to pick on Blackbird and on Watson. Grovik, Chachaka, and Ranster with the final shot on the Odin. That Odin, the Odin is nothing to be reckoned with. You do not want to be in the crosshairs, especially with that weapon.
No.
Absolutely not.
The Odin is likely, it's the second most expensive gun in the game, and it's rightly so.
Rightly so. You don't want like 500 people running around with those.
No.
Absolutely not.
Partially because, let's be honest, the skill cap on it is fairly low compared to other weapons, but it's still so powerful for strategies like what we've seen Ranster be pulling out. The wall bangs on this map in particular, this is why Sova is so strong. One of the many reasons why Sova can succeed on Ascent is that wall bang spot.
Mount Vernon University, still dripping in bans. They have a lot of currency. They have the Odin as well as the Operator on Holy Knight. That is a force to be reckoned with. Seems like they might outgun Mount Union here.
They use the Hunter's Fury though, and it finds so little value. I don't even think it connect out to anyone.
Leperuni actually has no utility on him, but he does have his ultimate. That ultimate might change the game.
It's a permanent silence for anybody.
They're
near
sitting
them
there,
as
they're
long as
waiting.
alive.
They're seeing what's going to happen. They're allowing Mount Vernon and Nazarene to throw out all of their utility. They're going to be pushing in here. Knife goes out, Leperuni. Able to swing it. We got a 2v3 here. Lots of picks out on the field.
5-man knife is in theory nice, but in practice,
Ranster sneaking in. Whoa. Do not test that Odin, especially on Ranster. Shot dart goes in.
Thank you, production. I know that you can do that now.
Ranster's in the smoke, looking for a pick. Holy Knight, Ranster. Ranster gets a triple.
Wall of bullets there. You're not getting out of that one. It's still just Mount Vernon Nazarene looking so clean. They're maintaining the operators online. Rancer will be able to toss that over to Holy Knight. And the economy is starting to dip a little bit for Mount Vernon Nazarene. And Mount Union is able to keep up a little bit here and keep taking those guns away and force them to go for some more buys than they might want. So there's more fight here. There's more bite. There just needs to be that little bit more from Mount Union because Mount Vernon are starting to run away with the game.
Seems like Mount Union actually wants to go for a thrifty here. They're kind of forced to since the economy difference between Mount Vernon and University Mount Union is so differential.
All you have is time. Minute and a half left. 25 seconds. Minute 25 at least. And you're poking and prodding, not really with your bullets, but with your presence, trying to find what is the best opportunity to attack.
Chakaka might run into Blackbird here. Blackbird's very tentative on what he wants to do. And Watson pushing in mid. E-Gunner's waiting for him, though. Seems like they're very indecisive about what they want to do, and the more they waste time, the more they have risking their chances of getting that plant down.
That's the blind. They'll start to push a little late, and you're punished.
It is an even match down on the field. Leaf, Flames, headshots. Ranster, though, has the Odin.
Unreal.
What did we say about that Odin? Ranster, able to get Leaf. He just sits there with the Odin and he holds the left click.
It's not even phasing.
And people die.
It took him a minute to get a smile on his face after just crushing the round, but Mount Union, they're talking about it. I think, again, I think they need a little bit of a pause. They will be taking
timeout. Oh my goodness.
Just to communicate. This is the round that you need to pause for, because this is the round where you have the economy to actually start to push back into this and get some of your own guns.
Yeah, they went thrifty that round, and that was for a specific reason. The more money you have, the more chance you have to get guns, especially if you're losing. The more you lose, the less currency you have. That will stack up over time.
Here.
I keep freaking out. I hear myself over the.
It's definitely something to adjust to.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw, but he blew a kiss to the camera a couple rounds back. You missed
Blow
it?
one back. I love you, bro. But Mount Union, they still are in this. They have been showing more sense of life. They've been showing that presence that they weren't quite available to show us on map 1, but now here on Ascent, they're doing better than they were on Breeze. They have a little bit more fight to them. This is where they can start to show it officially. They'll have 2 Phantoms, 3 Vandals.
Yeah, still dripping in bands. Mount Vernon, Nazarene. I keep wanting to see North. Mount Vernon, Nazarene.
Yep. I say Mountain, you have to guess which team I'm talking about, but Mount Union have 3 ultimates available, so they're not
Holy
disadvantaged
Knight.
entirely.
Holding the angle, blinded, forced to dash out.
Blinded,
Uses
flashed.
both of his dashes.
The Lockdown invested early. They want to try to force this site, but it's not covering this backside of the site where the Jet's going to be holding. And they rotate with it. It's a bait.
It's very much just a bait. Blackbird is rotating around to A site to help out the rest of his team. It is a very, very, very good bait. It's anybody's game.
I think they've figured it out, though. They know that they're coming over for A.
Grover has no dog. Leperuni forced to ult here. He's looking for that execute.
They're trying to get a plant, but there's too much damage.
Chaka.
There's so much
Ranster
pressure.
shooting the ground, seeing if there's anyone underneath. Ranster on the high ground with the Odin. That's going to be a force to be reckoned with. There it is. It is a 3v1. Watson is forced to stay under here. However, he falls to E-Gunner. He was trapped in that corner there. There was really nothing to do. Never, never, never let that Odin reach high ground. That is a death sentence.
Especially if you have to play in Hell. If you have to be in Hell, the Odin will just shred you. This is the point in the game. Mount Union, they are not going to be able to get a full buy here. They might force it. It looks like they will, but it's going to be not an optimal level of purchasing. They're only going to have a few hundred credits. They have enough for some light shields, some heavy shields, and a little bit of utility, but they're not going to have enough.
At that.
This is realistically going to be their final stand.
Look at that KDA that Ranster has right now.
12
and 3.
with 4 assists. So it's not like he's slacking on the teammate utility.
Here.
He's getting kills and he's helping people out. But this is the do or die round. You lose this if you're Mount Union, you're giving up basically the half.
Holy Knight takes a shot, forced to dash out.
Why am I yelling so much? Sorry. That was actually the
This
updraft.
isn't-
That wasn't even the dash.
Isn't it the same thing?
Up
No.
draft,
Updraft? Okay.
tailwind.
Yes. Yes.
There you go.
Frag out on the field. Grover hits the dog on Leperuni, but there's no push potential here. Blackbird is actually tapping Leperuni. Leperuni is now very low. He's forced to play a little safer here.
They're getting some good space here. That's going to be the Omen ultimate from the shadows.
Ranster is out on the point.
Oh!
Oh, not quick enough. Not quick enough to the draw.
Feeling like Persona because I don't think I saw that one coming.
That was a little funny. That was a good one.
They're still trying, looking to fight this.
E-Gunner, they are looking for it. It is a 3v5. They've been able to pull through most of these roundups, most of these matchups. Will they be able to pull through on this one? They might just have to give it up here.
I think they're just going to hold the sight lines and prevent them from escaping and make them all die to the spike. I think that's their goal.
Watson and Grover holding the bathhouse down really hard. They have basically all angles. They're gonna try to run out, and I think that's what they're looking for here. They're looking to at least deprive these guys of resources.
He's walking into
They
the
are
firing
tapping
squad.
Grover, however, does have the Odin. That is a very, very, very tough one. There we go.
Be careful, be careful. Don't walk into it. Don't walk into it, Blackbird!
Wah, wah.
Shot out the sky.
Wah, wah. It happens.
Oh.
If anyone knows about that too, well, it's Ranster.
Yeah. That one's a little unfortunate. It happens. I saw that one coming, but doesn't mean it hurt it hurt any less. But Mount Union. This is what we needed to see. They're fighting back. They're biting back.
Hip hip hooray.
That's their second round, the third round in the series.
Grover is looking for any damage on that Odin.
Hey, Grace.
Hi.
I think he was trying to wallbang someone.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Just make a joke.
What?
I just thought it was funny to say. I just thought that would be funny. She looks very upset with me right now. Anyways, back to the game.
No, I'm watching.
Even on players so far.
There is a very obvious push on B site. Flames forced to rotate. He's gonna try to look for those picks. No one going mid. It seems like they all want to push the tunnel.
Ranster's the one looking for the wall bangs now. Well, they know. They're looking at it. They're thinking on it.
This is really nerve-wracking. They are almost under his reticle. Oh my goodness, this is scary.
Seekers and lockdown used.
Ranster. Run, Ranster. Forced to wallbang. Gets one, but dies to Watson.
They still get onto site. The lockdown is too far away to cover the entirety of it. They get into the boat, and they're safe, and they plant.
Holy Knight here, looking to get pick. Trying his best to juggle. Able to get two! It is a 2v2 even.
Unreal.
Oh, he knows Blackbird's there and gets the headshot. Dude, that was a very clean shot.
That was gorgeous.
However, Leaf has it held down, holding in the bathhouse. He doesn't know Leperuni's there.
I think Leaf just needs
But
to
Leperuni knows he's there. Oh, now that's the
Just by the time.
Fake plant. Leaf turns his back for 1 second and gets shot by Leperuni.
All you can really do there is just buy the time, like I was saying. You have to try to survive for as long as possible, not let them get the tap on the defuse. One tap, one fake isn't going to be too convincing. You're probably not going to stick it immediately, but I mean, it's just how it goes sometimes. Mount Vernon have the better positioning, they have the better recontest, thanks to a few good picks, and it comes down to the end of that round prior, where they basically were a firing squad and took down 3-4 people where they had no right to.
Yikes. That surely is a force to be reckoned with. The economy here is actually pretty even for once in the game. It's very even. Ranster is still looking for a pick on his Odin.
As usual, looking for
Doesn't seem to hit anyone except for Jet. Ooh, that was horrific.
Not what you want to see.
Ranster wallbangs Watson.
Not what you want to see by any means. E-Gunner is going to be
E-Gunner, they are pushing in.
No!
That was a lot of people. Too many for E-Gunner to handle.
Oh no.
Ranster. No! Can we get a reclip on that, please?
Oh my word!
I didn't even process that until now.
The triple kill Hunter's Fury? Oh,
that was a lot of people.
Blast.
Don't stand in a straight line when that happens, please.
No.
Ooh, there's one. Ranster!
No! I cannot.
He got the spray down too. Ranster's really excited about that one. Good job, Ranster. That was magnificent.
You barely even see that ult get any value half the time, so seeing it get 3 there, 2 with a single shot at the end is unreasonable. You should not be expecting things like that to happen, and when it does, it's a miracle.
This is very interesting. It seems like they want to push A site here, University Mount Union.
They know.
Pressing Killjoy and Reyna, that is very good, especially if Reyna wants to initiate. Leperuni is holding down this little rotational area, A garden.
Caution.
There's actually a second ult online from Mount Union. It is that lockdown. They got the
There
ult
it
orb, which
is.
built the last bit of that up. We're going to lock down A and use it as a bait again and rotate to B. I don't know if I like this kind of play. They've already done this once. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And it looks like it might actually fool them this time if Holy Knight gets the read. Oh, they know.
Holy Knight gets a pick on the operator. That range is great. It looks like they're all going pushing very hard into B side here. Grover lands the dog on E-Gunner. They know he's there. Will they shoot at him? Holy Knight is there actually to defend him, but actually drops. It's Flames. Double headshot.
Embers has gotten a lot of value already. The spike picked up by Leaf. They're going to be waltzing onto point.
Chakaga. Flames for a triple kill. Leaf. Going for the plant here. It's all up to Ranster. Will Ranster be able to clutch this out?
That's a really
Sonic Arrow goes in. That was a very good placement because now he knows where they are. Leaf in a duel with Ranster. Unable to clutch it out. Flames. Quad kill. That was a
didn't even need
very
the Lear
close
to get the
one.
flash out. Like it just, the Lear went up and it was just the threat of it that he peeked with. Didn't even wait for the Lear to be you're just staring at me. Like,
No, I was listening to you.
Yeah, you were listening very intently. You were just like staring into my soul.
My bad.
You're good. But Flames pops the Lear. They managed to win the round 9-3 round half. You know what that means? It's obviously going to be Mount Union winning the map. But using the Lear and pushing with the threat of it rather than pushing with it specifically with the blind of it is what wins them the round. Very well played. Now Mount Union have to prove that they can defend as well, or better, much better than they could attack.
Ranster is definitely a force to be reckoned with. On any gun, he proves to have both the mechanics and the game sense to completely outshine. I want to see what they do here. It seems like they're pushing A site. I wonder if they're baiting here or actually going to go B site or they're actually going to push here. Blackbird is way too close.
Flames actually gets one.
He blinds.
Flames gets two?
Flames profits off of that, but actually does die. It is a 3v3 now.
Gonna get this ult orb control.
They get the ult orb.
Going up to the null command. That's one you want.
Null command can shut almost anything down, and that is very, very, very important.
You can't win
Recon are
sometimes.
here, looking for the duel with Leaf. They are in mid. It is a showdown. It is a stand down.
Very slow, very cautious stand down.
Stand down.
Stand
Showdown?
down, in other words.
Stand down? Yeah. Same thing.
Standoff.
Standoff, yeah. It looks like Mount Vernon wants the mid, so they're rotating into mid. Might catch Mount Union off guard, however. They're in that weird rotation from spawn. All they have to do is push forward, but they know Mount Vernon is there. Ranster is looking to possibly backcap. Grover is there looking for him as well. They're all pushing in actually on him as well. Ranster picks off Watson. Blinds Ranster. Ranster still gets the plan off.
That's good. That gets you the econ. Even if you lose the round, you'll get that little bit of a boost.
Grover. And Leaf. Good job, Mount Union.
Yep. Starting off that half nicely. They will be most likely to win this next round. Bonus round. That's a 9-5 after pistol is what it should be, assuming they win the bonus round. If they don't win the bonus round, then some other serious questions should be called. But this is where Mount Union currently heavily favored in this half. Mount Vernon dropping a little bit of their excellence, a little bit of that. What's the word? It's like clean, dropping a little bit of their cleanliness.
Cleanliness. I have no idea what you're talking
Pristine.
about. Pristine.
Dropping a little bit of the pristine play that's been
Pristine.
getting them so far.
What a word.
Big word.
The roles are reversed now. University of Mount Union is now up in the economy. They now have bans. Mount Vernon is forced to play a little bit more safer.
A little bit of damage. Just gonna be a little bit of damage onto Flames.
Flames is holding down the site to courtyard. Turret goes up from
Goes down very
E-Gunner.
quickly.
I almost said E-Gamer. Leaf is holding down the angle to B site. This is very, very, very interesting. They're all coming through there. By all, I mean 3.
Oh, there's about to be a meeting over there. Looks like the KO and the Sky, but have a bit of a conversation.
Trying to figure out what to do. However, they only have 40 seconds on the clock. Time is not money. Or, time is of the essence. That's what I meant
Time
to
is
say.
of the essence. It may not be money, but sometimes it can be a form of currency. The longer that Mount Vernon draw this out,
Oh, Holy Knight
More than
walking
that.
in. E-Gunner forced to take a couple shots, but the door closes. Ah, Flames catching Holy Knight off guard. Ah, Ranster getting the headshot on Flames. Leaf falling. Leaf getting the kill on the Bruni. E-Gunner yet again. Is very much a duel here. It's anybody's game.
Mount Union have a lot of space to play with. The dog looks like it connects.
Ah, Blackbird
passes.
on Ranster. That pick on Ranster is very, very, very crucial. Ranster has been a very crucial part of this team. Very, 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 very
Don't even start.
high
Impactful.
mobility.
Mate.
Huh?
High mobility.
Gun here.
Good in his gunplay. If
Mechanical?
they pick, yeah, good mechanics. That's what I meant.
Mechanical, yep.
The more they kind of put Ranster in his place, the more they have the ability to push forward. But now Ranster has the Odin. Now Ranster has his gun.
Can you guess what site they're playing for with this Odin?
I don't know. Probably B side. I would
Probably
say.
C here. Probably
Yeah,
C.
Probably C side.
Wait a minute.
On A site here, this is gonna be perfect for Ranster. This is gonna be Ranster's spot. I wonder if they're gonna try to take this here. No, it seems like they want to go B side. No wall bangs from Ranster.
They want beef
No
with
more
this wall
Sonic
bangs.
Arrow. Alarm bot gets triggered. Leaf picks up Holy Knight. Liparuni on Leaf. Trade off here. Ranster is in. And when Ranster is in with that Odin, you better watch out.
A lot of damage that can be done with that one. Even though you might not be able to wallbang with it, it'll still hurt. Watson's also got the operator. They spend all of their economy
Mount
on
Union.
2 things, an Odin and an op.
Blackbird. The University of Mount Union actually pushing in. Blackbird, triple kill. It is a 1v2 here. Will they defuse? E-Gunner has no choice. He has to keep juggling these. Ah, gets to pick off Blackbird.
That kill means he can't stick.
Stall it for time. They have to defuse. Oh, E-Gunner on Watson.
Did they get the
University
defuse
Mountain-
though?
No,
They didn't get the defuse.
no, they didn't. He died.
Wait. You know, did I hear? I heard a death sound. You're right. I'm a bit of a goober sometimes, but I
he
think
still
I
die?
heard the jet die, which
Possibly.
or not the jet, the killjoy. I think I heard E-Gunner die, and you can see
He
the
was-
economy hints that.
Yeah,
Although he wasn't going to keep the gun anyways, but still that extra death.
yeah. It swapped a little too fast.
Yeah, my bad. I brain fart a little
It's okay.
bit.
No, it's okay. I think you're right. I think you're right. All right. Looks like they're trying to set up here. They're predicting an A plant here. E-Gunner is looking to get in the mid.
They're going to just force some
looking for
resources
mid.
on A. The more util they can draw out here, the better, and that's the Hunter's Fury.
Ranster.
One way to force a little bit more than resources.
We're going in with the KO. Liparuni.
Look at the assist there. That was 3 assists onto 1 kill. Flames doesn't need any help though. He just gets E-Gunner straight up.
Holy Knight. Double headshot.
Ever
It is
present
now-
threat.
4v2, 4v1. It's Flames. It is useless. It is a very, very, very tight matchup here. We have 11 of 5 here in favor of Mount Vernon Nazarene. Will we see a Mount Union come back? What do we think, Time Monster?
It's not going to be this round. This round's got to be a save or lose, realistically. Or save and lose. But it's either save and lose or don't save and lose is realistically your options here.
I want us to take a look at the KDA here. The KDA. One thing is...
like the band.
Yeah. Yeah, like the band. Mount Vernon knows how to get kills. However, those kills are outshone. They have less deaths than they do kills. And that's very important because University of Mount Union actually equals those out. They are dying as much as they are killing. They really need to step up their kill participation here if they want to see a win.
Smoke on E-Gunner to prevent them from seeing exactly what they're doing, but
Leaf
still
is
know
stuck.
where to span. Yep.
Placing alarm bot.
Grover actually kills Chachaka.
Leaf is actually, I think, at 1 HP right now. That's very scary.
Seekers finds
Vernon.
nothing, Grace. They get the plant here. Leaf is on 7 HP with nothing but a dream and a classic.
Ooh. Leaf gets a pick on E-Gunner here. Places down a turret. Might be forced to give it up here.
I mean, you're not saving anything. You only got a classic.
You do only have a classic. Seeks out. He has to run for his life. Hiding in the corner.
The more util you can force with this, the better, to be honest.
Leaf is only at 7 health here. They have no other choice but to really hold this corner. Oh, they're trying to bait out. They want to bait out a fight, so possibly they can actually get a kill.
The classic right click is still a massive threat. If you can hit that alt fire on the head, it will kill
I think
one
it's working.
person.
Oh. I wouldn't have jumped in there. I would have just held the corner and prayed. That jump was very, very, very risky, especially at 7 health.
Yeah. I mean, anything you do is risky there at 7 health. You're the last player. You got nothing but a classic.
Yep.
And now we're once again, I said it last time and they won the round, do or die for University of Mount Union. This is their last chance. If they lose this, they are out of the tournament. It is best of 3 maps. This is the second map. If Mount Union lose this, they are done. The 12th round is what Mount Vernon has won. So now,
Yes.
yes, English is a hard language, Grace.
Yeah.
So now, Mount Union, lives on the line.
Lives on the line here. It is all or nothing here. University of Mount Union here has everything on the line. It is 12-5 in favor of Mount Vernon Nazarene. It's anybody's game. Anybody's game, but God forbid Ranster gets back on that Odin.
I mean, realistically, there's nothing to lose here for Mount Vernon, right? Like, they can lose a few rounds. They can even lose the map. This isn't their pick. So that means that next map, they'll be able to pick side. Even if they somehow manage to lose this map, they have so little to lose and everything to gain because they have 7 droppable rounds, 7 rounds of cushion they've built up for themselves with an economy to match.
It's very possible that they could just drop about 6 or 7 rounds and then completely pull it back. However, it's just about proving yourself, especially in this round.
Bladestorm here from Holy Knight, one of the only 4 ultimates available at the moment, as well as a lockdown and from the shadows on each side. Big, big ult advantage for Mount Vernon.
Grover holding an angle right here in courtyard. In mid-bottom. It seems like we're playing the angle game here. Nobody's really pushing or doing anything, but again, time is of the essence. They need to decide what they want to do, and they need to decide quick because there's only a minute left.
I can already feel this should be a kill. I'm gonna make the prediction. Watson sidesteps that. Oh, by a hair.
Darn. But then again, Mount Vernon actually can drop a few rounds here. If they can't find what they're looking for here, they can definitely find it the next round. E-Gunner gets picked on Grover, but however gets taken out by Flames. It is now a 4v4, anybody's game. Seems like they want to push in A site right here. Watson's holding A Raptors with A Operator, but unfortunately gets taken down by Holy Knight.
Holy Knight knows how the op works. Punishes anyone else for trying to use their god.
Seems like we have a double push on Raptors, University of Mount Union. Blackbird, only the one left. Oh, unfortunately falls to Mount Vernon Nazarene. Mount Vernon Nazarene takes it all away.
Thank you,
Thank you, Ranster. Hi. Very, 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 very interesting match, especially with Ranster. Ranster on Odin, that was a force to be reckoned with.
Rancer with the Odin was definitely the main threat throughout a lot of that map. But realistically, Mount Union, you put in a lot of good fight there. The fight was getting better, but Mount Vernon looked like a force to be reckoned with. They are making moves. They look like they might be a threat for the finals if they keep playing like this.
Yeah, very much so. Again, like I said, they know what they want. They're going straight for it. You know, you saw like a lot of hesitation, especially on Mount Union side. A lot of, should we go here? Should we go there? Mount Vernon says, we know what we want to do. We're going straight for it. They are a lot more coordinated, a lot more gifted mechanically. A lot of gifted mechanical behaviors, especially on Ranster's end. They knew what they wanted with Holy Knight on the operator and Ranster on the Odin as well. They wanted to hold those rafters, and by God, they held those rafters.
Yeah. Honestly, so the way that the tournament brackets is set up, and this is just all tournament brackets, this isn't just this one, the 4th seed will be going against the 1st seed. We see St. Xavier University there. Didn't already manage to take down their opponent. Sad as Cleveland State University students ourselves to see them take the L early to Tiffin University. But there is that loser's bracket that you can try to fight through. The lower seed has lost every single round with one exception. Actually, Ohio Northern managed to take down the 3rd seed of Manchester. That is the only upset so far. But we haven't, or I was going to say we haven't seen results for one of them, but that was the one we just did. Now it's being given to us. There we go. St. Xavier, as the 1st seed, is the one that people are going to be expecting to do the best in this tournament. That is going to be Mount Vernon Nazarene's next opponent. Can they topple the giants of this tournament, or will they falter?
This is a true David versus Goliath moment. I think Mount Vernon has what it takes. I think that they have what it takes to pull through. If they stick to their guns, quite literally, and they pull through, I think that Mount Vernon has the potential to take down St. Xavier. But it's all up to the cards and what they play and what everybody else plays.
Yep. But that is going to be all for us for now. We will be going over into a quick break. I believe we have another match of Valorant coming up after this, and we will see you on the other side of that one. Thank you so much, and don't quite leave yet. Grab a snack and get ready for the next one.